working on the clapster. I got the fork tube slid up right now just to hold it, but I just installed 2-inch over tube on this side, new fork seal, did a whole rebuild kit, and I just dropped in a Patriot Genesis spring series. Just finished cutting my spacer. Now I just gotta fill it up full of fluid and then slide it down the tube, and this side will be done. Do the other side, and then I got some Brembos from Tucker Speed today, and I got a 13 spoke mag that I need to order rotors for still and put that on. Pretty much call this my part-time job. It's kind of a joke between my friends and family. It's probably more like a full-time. I swear to God I put the same amount of time in or more than my 40 hours at work. Every night, every day, it's constantly just motorcycles and thinking about how to prep the bikes, or just whatever motorcycle trip I got coming up, or what events are happening even before all this all started. I'm not cutting the head off. I'm trying to get the shock off so that when I get the shock off I have something to crank on. Try and get the bolt out.
So whenever my brother gets frustrated, especially when we're working on a project, you know shit's about to go down. You're watching that and you'll be over there working on your own project and you just start seeing stuff get thrown, start seeing some tools get thrown and start hearing some words, and you kind of pop your head up like, yo, you good over there, bro? And see something else go flying, you're like, you know, I'm just gonna leave for a minute. So then you just kind of go back to doing your own thing and give it about, you know, an hour after that and he's good to go. So the van, I wasn't ever planning on buying a van, and then my buddy Joe suggested getting a van to go to Cali and go to all these race days. So, you know, that week started looking at vans and I went and found one. And so the van I got was a 2012 Ford Econoline E350. It was a 1-ton.
The van. The thing is kind of got a rapey vibe to it, but I kind of like it. It's a little squeaky, but it's a long motherfucker, so it should fit the bikes, and I'm interested to see how well it does on the road. I'm excited for it, and also a little bit nervous, so we will see how it turns out.
It was pretty badass, you know, it was pretty bitchy. I was super excited when I got it home. The minute I got it home, stripped all the seats out and threw a Sportster in the back. I went and got it tinted the next day from a Shade Above in Layton. They're awesome. Got home, kind of upset. I ran the handlebars into my brand new tint, so there's a hole in the tint. But other than that, it's great.
When Bagger Racing League came out with the rules, I was a little upset because I thought it was going to be like anybody and everybody. They were going to try and make it easier for people to join. Since it was a new league, but I realized that that's not a good idea. I fully understand now that you need to have people out there with track experience so people aren't running into each other, and so you can trust each other in the corners. When you go to pass, you aren't going to take someone out. So I understand the rules now, and I hope I can do my best to meet them and meet my requirements and get out there and race.
So after I got the van, my buddy Joe told me to come over to his shop and we do a shakedown on it and make sure it's roadworthy, you know. So we stick it up on the 2-post lift, get underneath there, and I'm like, this shit's fucked. This is gonna suck. You know, it was from the mines out in Nevada, and apparently the guys didn't know how to clean anything. The radiator was completely caked, like 4 inches thick of mud. So I get under there 6 hours later of scrubbing this thing with a hot seat pressure washer, taking the whole paint off the inside, underneath side of that thing. It was gone. I mean, I was blacker than black by the end of it. The only thing you could see were my teeth.
The mud coming out of the van made me instantly regret that we got that thing. It was insane. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life.
In the middle of all this, you know, we were super stressed out, and we decided that we were going to go to the dunes. My brother just had to rebuild his YZ250 motor, you know, threw it in the day we were leaving to dunes. He got his bike all together, you know, I got my bike going, finished my Sportster that day, to the point I thought it was done. Turns out it wasn't. But anyways, we go down to the dunes, and we're having a good time, you know. Couple things happen, but it's just you know, it's just the usual how it goes. Stuff breaks down, people wreck, but overall it was a great trip, and I'm really happy we went.